welcome to Facebook Live Thursday. First I want to start with a public service announcement. Sunday is Mother's Day. Do not forget Mother's Day. Mothers are the most precious. Treat them like they are. And if you're a mother, we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day. All right, well, welcome to Facebook Live Thursday. It is today, Thursday, going to be 89 degrees, so I hope you're ready for the heat. Hope your air conditioning's working. Also, I hope your cooling system is working, because your air conditioning doesn't work right if you're overheating. So be sure and either have that checked or get in here and let us double check that stuff. I want to quickly show you what happened yesterday. I had a customer come in because their headlight finally burned out. Years ago, when headlights would burn out, a lot of times what's happened is the lens is broken and it's been taking on water. Pretty common problem. It's been happening for years and years and years. Typically what ends up happening is you burn a bulb out. So she came in, she said, I finally need to replace the lens because it finally burned out my bulb. Well, new stuff, this is out of a Lexus, new technology is not a simple little bulb. What ended up happening to this, because it runs an HID bulb, which Carl is? High intensity discharge. High intensity discharge, very expensive bulb. Two things, if you can see this light, how it moves back and forth, it'll actually move where you're going. So when you turn, the light turns so it can point where you're headed. A lot of new technology. Well, what ends up happening, in the bottom of this one sits a module. And this happened to be the module. As you can see, it's been sitting in a bath of water for who knows how long till it finally shorted out. The simple days of replacing a little bulb for 20 bucks, this module I think was expensive. It was like $400. So you do not want to do that. Plus the lens itself was twice the money. It was like $700. So if you have any kind of issue where you break a lens in today's times, do not wait and do not mess around, because it will be more expensive later. Come out, I want to talk about summertime, what's going on, getting ready for the toys, and we also want to talk about old technology versus new technology. Come on out. As you can see, we kind of set up a little display. I've got two customers that wanted us to do engine jobs for them. One is out of a newer Subaru, and one is out of a 1969 Pontiac. So complete different eras, complete different systems. So kind of wanted to show you what's going on. This is basically a 455 Pontiac motor, which can put out quite a bit of horsepower. This thing will probably end up putting out close between 450 probably as a guess. And this is some of the stuff that'll go in it. It is carbureted, which is the old stuff. We use carburetors on there. This is one of the heads that's going to go on there, and some of the new stuff that he's doing with it to get it in there. This one over here is out of a Subaru. And this one I had built, and obviously you can tell by the color, this is a young guy. And he wanted it fancy and a crazy color, so he ended up with this crazy purple. But this vehicle is actually going to be injected. These are an injection system. It does not run a carburetor. So the technology we use to control the stuff today is totally different than what we used to use years ago. This is an ancient diagnostic scope, which will actually show us a simple pattern of firing orders and things like that, spark, see what that looks like. So, showing you some tools, showing some pistons, showing some piece and parts that he's putting in this. This is what pistons we took out, and the rods that run this. He's got a brand new high pressure clutch. Because the crazy thing, to give you an idea, this motor and this motor are going to put out probably the same amount of horsepower. And this is a little 4-cylinder, this is a V8. All because of what gets added, turbo, things like that, that gives this the ability to put that much power out. And a really good customer of ours bringing his truck back in. Ended up having a starter problem. As you see, this is a 1954 3100 Chevrolet. Beautiful truck, still all original. All that happened is his starter went bad, so we ended up putting the starter in for him. And I got a customer who brought his boat in, wanted to get it ready for the summer. I want to kind of show you some if we can get there. Not sure how I'm going to be able to show you this, but one of his issues on the boat was there was always a draw on the battery. And this one never came with any kind of a disconnect. So he was always taking the battery cables on and off, and it's just kind of a pain in the rump to do that. So he wanted to put something in there, so we talked him into doing a disconnect. I'd like to show you what that is. If you hop up there, you'll have to hop up here. if you'll see right here where I'm pointing, this is now the disconnect. It's as simple as turning a switch to turn his battery on and off. So all he has to do, lift this, turn the switch, and he doesn't have to worry about the battery being drawn when he's ready to go out in the water. Lift it, turn it back on, and he's ready to go. Doesn't have to do any battery cable disconnecting or anything like that. So anyway, basically, any kind of toy you've got, we can pretty much work on it. We work on all kinds of crazy things. As you can see, boats to 1954s to engine jobs, new and old. So if you've got your toy and you're not sure what to do with it, you want to get it up and get it going for the summer, get it down here to Swift Automotive, and we'll take care of it for you. Appreciate you joining me for Facebook Live Thursday at Swift Automotive. And again, mothers, have a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day. Talk to you soon.